There can be only one podcast, and may it be the Prince of the Universe. Hi, folks. I'm Matt.
And I'm Brandon.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You know, good timing, as my AC was going out again. Again. The joke was I was going to tell you this whole story on the podcast, but then as we were walking upstairs and I was showing you what happened, we realized they still didn't fix it.
It's still not right.
So last year, I think I said this on one of my podcasts, I spent $13,000 with a bunch of jokers that didn't know what they were doing. And about 10 months later, I had issues with all that money I spent on them. And yet still, not once, not twice, but 3 times, the Stooges couldn't get it right. And now we find out they still didn't get it right.
That's correct.
And now you're here now getting to look at it, which I probably should have let you see it way before then.
Oh, man, I'm happy to help where I can. I am glad, though, that I stopped and we checked and we're chatting, because if not, it would have been warmer this evening.
It would have been warmer this evening, and it would have been bad. It was already a little warm. I turned it down a little bit lower downstairs just before you came in. I was like, man, it's a little warm.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it was a hotter day or something, but that's what was going on. It wasn't working again.
The switch did what it's supposed to do. It shouldn't have had to work, because it should have been sealed up airtight, and you would have had all that. Yeah, that would have helped.
If ducts you couldn't look in through and put your whole hand in.
It's important not to be able to do
that. Yeah, it's important to kind of wrap those ducts so they don't do that.
Yeah, it's necessary.
So you can't fit a fully fledged adult cat through it. Sideways. Morons.
It's definitely a wide gaping hole. Yeah.
Yes.
But hey, we're gonna get it. We'll take care of it. We'll fix it. We'll get it done.
You know what? Speaking of it's hot, summer's here.
Yeah, man, it's here.
Summer's here. We were gonna do one about school a long time ago, but school got out. So we'll save school for later on in September.
Yeah.
But we were gonna talk about our old school days, and we can do that another time. But it's summer. And as a kid, summers meant a ton of things to you as a kid.
Oh, man.
There's so many things that it could have been summer camps. Did you ever go to summer camp?
I did. I sure did. When he looked at me, he got a little tickled. I'm sorry. I asked the other day, I asked my parents this. I'm still convinced it was a fat camp. I was a little larger. I loved it, man.
They made you work for lettuce?
You
had salad at night?
Man,
you did push-ups in the morning?
We never went inside. It was nonstop play from the time you hit the door to the time you left. It was awesome.
But did they have fun stuff?
I loved it, man. Okay. Kickball. Man, we played kickball, frisbee, horseshoes, tag, man, like hide and seek. We were out in Calhoun in this big piece of property, and it was just huge. And you could, we did like the one of the ladies there, the counselors taught us, like, if you're like on that show Naked and Afraid. Do you ever watch that?
I've seen it.
Okay,
yes.
All right. So exactly that way, bro. We
you were
had
naked.
No, we weren't naked. That's what they were.
So everyone was naked.
Wrong camp.
I don't know if you call that fat camp.
Yeah, that's some kind of camp, right? No, everybody was clothed, but she was showing us, like, hey, you can eat this worm, and here's how you would do, and blah blah blah. It's like, and we tried it. We ate a worm. We had it was weird. I did. Wow. It was very odd, but added on a Ritz cracker. It was very strange. But I did it. I can handle it. I can live. I can survive, man.
Yeah. Fat kids love worms.
We're starving. Man, look. That's a fact, man.
I bet you anything.
Gummy worms are our specialty.
Mine was the Christian camp we went to every year. And it was in various places, once at the beach, and then it was in the mountains, and then it was in Virginia.
Oh, wow.
I think for a while. No, it was Texas another year, and then it was Virginia for the rest of my high school year.
Really?
And college, I think. So, but we travel here and there, because it used to travel around. We went to different Christian camps, and I always loved it because for 1 week, and we went with my whole church group, but I never hung out with them. They always got mad at me. But the thing is, though, I see them 51 weeks out of the year. These new people, I'm only going to see them, and this is back before. I mean, email started to be a thing, but you used to get everyone's address, pen pals.
Right. Yeah, done that. Yeah,
back
for sure.
in the day, you had pen pals, and then through the 90s, it turned late 90s, it turned into email addresses. Mm-hmm. You'd email one another, but you had these friends you made.
Yeah, man.
And some of them I am still friends with today. Today. I mean, people that I would never see. I'll never see them anymore. Mm-hmm. Then in the kindest way. One lives in Detroit, another one in Milwaukee, One is all the way out in California.
Yeah, you're just
now.
gonna pass by each other in the grocery
Yeah,
store.
we're never going to see each other. And I remember saying that a long time ago. So, I don't think we'll ever see each other face to face again. They're like, oh, don't say that. No, but I said, I think we're,
let's be practical here. Yeah.
But that I'm still in contact with them.
That's really cool.
And I don't have Facebook. So that's really special for me.
That's really cool. So
y'all,
do you do like pen to paper? Like old
no,
school?
we do. Text
you ever just send one to blow their mind?
Text messages, phone calls, and I do have one app. I don't want anyone to know it because everyone's going to sign on to it.
Oh, wow.
But if you find this special app that is it's very low key. It was like hot for like 1 second and then disappeared.
Okay.
And if ever I get a notification that someone has joined that I may know, my friend group, then I will send them a message welcoming them to the one, and it's not, I mean, you probably never heard of it, or maybe you heard of it. Oh, man,
I have to know it now.
I'll tell you afterwards. But
everybody's dying to know.
It's a little special thing, and whenever someone happens to get this random app from years ago,
boom,
they will get a message from me, and they'll go, Matt Wilkins. I said, you found the one.
That is so
social
cool,
media. I guess it's social media app that I have on my phone because my wife made me get it years ago and I forgot to take it off.
Okay.
And it seems like every 3 months someone accidentally finds the app or gets it for whatever, and
that's
then they
pretty
start
cool.
getting messages from me.
I'm pretty hype right now, man.
Yeah, but it's not Twitter, it's not Facebook, it's not the big ones.
It's not MySpace.
No, that's funny.
You don't know your MySpace
I never
password?
even had a MySpace.
You never did?
I never even got to I got into blogs.
Yeah.
And then I stopped because I thought MySpace would come and go, and it did. And then I said Facebook will come and go, but it did not.
It did not. It did not yet. It did not yet. That's it. Yeah.
Everything has its time, but I thought in 5 years Facebook would be done.
I kind of felt the same way.
I remember late 90s when Facebook was introduced to me at the college.
I do not remember that at all.
And a professor showed it to me. And this is back when it was fresh out of Harvard.
Oh, wow. Because it started as like an intranet, right?
Interconnected type. Yeah, I think invitation only, whatever.
Yeah.
But he asked me if I wanted it, and I didn't know what it was, and I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, oh, it's like MySpace. And I was like, that's okay, because I don't want some offshoot of MySpace. But I remember it was old school Facebook.
Man. Dude,
and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, back in the day. And man, poor MySpace. They bit it hard.
They
I don't know how that happened, but MySpace was the...
It was.
The phrase social media really comes from MySpace first, and then jumps to Facebook. And I don't know. I know when that jump happened, but I don't know why and how.
Same thing, man. I guess just. I mean, I really don't know how it happened either. But I remember that I was really into MySpace. Just by into it, I just mean I was on it, and but I wasn't just like.
I was on it to see because you couldn't set to private for people a lot of times.
Yeah.
They didn't have those privacy settings. And so every once in a while, I'd come across my sister's post. I was like, "Hey, dummy."
Everybody can see this.
I said, because she went to the beach, she didn't tell my dad.
Oh.
And so I said, "Dummy." I said, "You may not want to post pictures of you at the beach with Catherine when you told Dad you were going on this other trip." She goes,
man.
"How did you know that? You're not on my friends list." I went, "It doesn't matter. Anybody can see your pictures, your posts." And so she took them back down.
Man,
but
that's wild.
But Dad wasn't her friend. Dad didn't have a MySpace page. Back in the day, you didn't need one. And then there'd be the old, controversial people on there who, they had their work life and then their MySpace life.
Right. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was back in the day when you used to check people's Facebook pages before you hired them.
Right.
Because you could check it. You couldn't hide anything back then. Now everything's set to private. Right. You can't see it. They're smarter now. But
is it a little bit sketch though? Somebody is set to private.
No, everyone is now.
Okay, I haven't been on it. I can't
there's a lot of it can be a lot of creepers on there. But the thing is, though,
that makes sense.
We used to check your MySpace and Facebook back in the day.
Man,
we
would definitely look at that.
We used to check that just to see what kind of posts you made and everything. And back then, most things were public.
Right.
But I remember we checked the MySpace page and we'd see them, like
if they're a little unhinged, you'd rather know now.
They've got drunk photos passed out, not
going to work today, man.
Drawn on their cheek, laughing like Wild Night. I'm going. Maybe not for us,
right? It might not be the perfect fit.
But that was the MO. You always had to check their social media before you hired them to see what type of person they were.
Yeah.
And if they were too wild and crazy, they all did wild things. I remember one girl posted a topless picture of herself on MySpace, and I turned to my boss and went, "Check this out." He went, "Was that the girl that was just here?" I was like,
"She's hired."
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Hey, I like what she had to say.
I said, "We're gonna hire her." He went, "Well, I mean." She does look. I said, no, we're not going to hire her.
Maybe to pop out of a
because
cake.
of this. And it's funny because I was the adult. Back before I was married is the thing. I mean, but oh man, I could do a whole chapter on DirecTV. DirecTV, where we had one guy as a joke take off his pants and walk in his boxers for his one-on-one with his manager. His manager goes, "Get your damn pants back on." And then I walked in there, I was like, did he just take off his pants and go, "Yeah, Matt, he's just a joker. You don't have to talk." I said, "No," because I was HR at the time. I said, "No, you bring him into my office and he's going to be suspended, if not fired." And he went, "Don't fire him. I'll talk to him." I said, "No, he's going to get written up regardless."
This is done.
You think this is harmless and okay.
Yeah, right.
I said, it bothers me. And like what we had a video of one guy stealing someone else's lunch. In fact, he looked at the camera. He looked directly at the security camera, knowing they saw it. He said, "I'll take it anyway."
It's worth it. It's worth it.
And when I said, "Jonathan, did you take this guy's lunch?" "No." "Jonathan, we have video cameras in there. Before I show you video, did you take this guy's lunch?" "No." "Show him the video." "Oh, yeah, I did. I forgot. That was his lunch?" I went, "Yes, it was his lunch. It had his name on it too, Jonathan. And you looked directly at the camera before you took it." So I would, the manager could let me know what they want to do. If it's multiple write-ups, we'd fire them. But it was suspensions. We did a lot back then.
Jeez,
and,
man.
It was great. So, they stole someone else's pants. That was my favorite one. I couldn't be in the room to write him up because I kept laughing. I had the supervisor do it because I couldn't stop laughing because I had to write up because he got suspended because of stealing another employee's pants, which I thought was like, that's so ridiculous. But you couldn't wear jeans on the floor back then.
So he needed some khakis.
People getting off from working second shift, getting off from college, they'd go change, hang their khakis up. Well, this guy forgot his khakis, grabbed the other guy's khakis.
These will work. And then he forgot to leave them when he got done.
So we also made him pay for dry cleaning.
Oh, there you go.
Because, But anyway, you
I wonder
don't
if it
want
stopped
some
him.
guy's other junk inside your pants sometimes. So,
I definitely want that.
Especially someone you don't know. But
or swim trunks either, same thing.
Or swim trunks.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely swim trunks.
I have a feeling you and Wes have switched swim trunks though before.
Well, he did leave a pair at my house. Yeah, and I
tried them on.
I tried them on. They were way baggy.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Yeah, they were way big on me. So
all right,
I'm teasing. They weren't. I got tickled there.
No, but so anyway,
summer camps. I'm sorry.
Summer camps were a lot of fun. You got to see these people, and a lot of them I became good friends with. Did you ever?
Yeah, man. I did. Now I can't recall their names specific.
Of course.
Now. One of them, I'd see him if I saw him right now. I'd instantly know him as Big Red. There's another
nicknames.
Yeah. Everybody, I think that's why I said Fat Camp. Everybody's big fat. Something, Big Ron, Big this, Big that. There's another guy named Jeremy that was there. Real nice dude, man. He got a hook stuck in his finger from my. He was trying to. I had a lure in my pocket, and I was like, no, don't mess with that. And I had a wasp. I thought. Turns out it was dragonfly. Buzzed me, and when I jumped, it went right into that dude's finger.
Oh.
So we connected from that. Okay. But I mean, I still see him around because it was local.
Okay, yeah, local little place.
And then
all the fat kids went there.
Yeah, all the big ones. Just the big ones. All the ones that had
big ones.
Big something. Then they would go.
They still have this camp.
No. It's Little Red Schoolhouse. It was the
cruelty
camp.
to children. They
probably, maybe, possibly. Dude, it was a blast, man. I'm telling you, I look forward to that. I could not wait for summer to hit so I could go there. I loved it.
I agree. It was It was all, going on these camps.
I was the only child.
Always the
no
highlight.
Siblings. So
it was always the highlight of my life for the same
Absolutely.
reason. We're people persons. We love meeting new people. I loved it. I had so much fun. We played volleyball.
Yeah.
We played
ping pong. We had indoors.
We played ping pong.
Yeah.
We played softball outside.
Yep.
Volleyball, softball. They
had to play kickball.
Soccer,
Kickball for sure. Red Rover.
Softball. Well, we did that in the playground.
I love that. I love
the
playing
playground.
That.
That's old school there.
Yeah.
But, did a lot of volleyball, basketball. That was the one. I was trying to think what else was there. Basketball, volleyball. It was just a tumultuous thing of agonizing defeats from one after the next. I think we did it. We had a pretty good volleyball team one year, and I remember one whole year we lost. We were by letters. We were divided by letters. I remember the team Q beat us each time in the quarterfinals or something, the semifinals. And one time we would have won because it was 3-on-3 basketball, and there was a 10-minute rule. If they did not get to the court in 10 minutes, game was over because they were 30-minute games.
Yeah.
Because they had to stack all the teams
keep
together.
Keep it going, yeah.
And so there wouldn't be enough time to play a full game if you didn't show up. And so I remember after 10 minutes, we were declared the winners. 12 minutes later, they showed up, and they were begging and begging. Man. And I was like, guys.
So sorry about the 10-minute rule.
I was like, guys. And I told them, I said, guys, we need to play. Let's play. Let's show them we can beat them. Let's show them we can beat them. I said, guys, we have shown nothing, and I'm going to tell you, that's the best team. I said, if we play them, we will lose. I said, right now, we're going to win, and we can go all the way now. That was the hardest team. And they said, no, we got Matt. Let's play. We can beat them. And they smoked us.
Oh, man.
So we gave them a shot, and they smoked. I did not talk to those guys for the rest of the week. I was so mad.
That's frustrating, man.
Because I wanted that. I wanted the easy win.
Dude, I get it, man.
I wanted the easy W because I just lost my volleyball. Our volleyball team had lost a close one. So my volleyball, double. It was wild trying to go to the beach was volleyball. This was the one, the beach, and the just indoors was right up to the beach was the basketball court. So I was running back and forth between games.
Right there. Yeah.
But I didn't want to. But when I lost volleyball, I was like, well, basketball's all I got. And we were playing the hardest team, and when they didn't show up, I was like, oh my gosh.
I
told the guys, I said, guys, we're going all the way.
This puts us to the trophy round.
2 minutes later, and they said, please, 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 guys. And I was like, nope. And my friend's like, no, come on, man. Let's go. We can beat them. I said, guys, we cannot beat them. Said, yeah, we can. What are you talking about?
Oh, man.
Oh, so mad.
You knew better, man. You told them. You tried to help them.
I did intramural volleyball back in the day.
I love playing volleyball.
In college. And we lost because of the referee had cheated.
Really?
Yeah. And I knew it too because he was obviously calling for this other team, and the other team got in the net, and he called the point to them. I said, no, this guy was up in the net like Spider-Man. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, right.
And then he goes, nope, he wasn't in the net. And I looked at the guy and said, are you going to tell me to my face you weren't in that net? He went, yeah, man, I was in the net. He went, nope, point y'all to. He refused to give us point. Like one time it hit the bleachers, didn't even hit in. He called it a point. I went, that hit the bleacher. Everyone's screaming at him.
That's terrible, man.
It was the worst thing, but I guess he just wanted to have this other team win.
You made him mad.
The guy
What'd you do? What did you do?
He was in my government class. I did nothing. In fact, he tried to come up to me and go, hey, bro, no hurt feelings, right? And I remember I had a temper back then. And I remember I grabbed him and slammed him up against probably by his throat. Man. And I pointed him fast and said, don't you ever talk to me again. And he stopped showing up to the government class.
Dude.
And
I don't even see that part of you, man.
You don't see that? No. Back then, a lot more hot-headed in college. And then, here's the other thing. Just a year or so later, after I'd graduated, someone had asked me to come to their Alpha Kappa Beta Delta date night thing.
Yeah.
She didn't have a date, and she's like, Matt, would you go with me? Absolutely. You know, I'm 1 or 2 years removed from college at this point, but I'm like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to Red Lobster, and then her roommate's date was that guy who was still in college at the time. So he pretends not to know me. I'm not talking to him because I still don't want to talk to him.
It was loads of fun. A great dinner.
You know, 3 years have gone by or whatever. And anyway, he's talking, and he's bragging that he's a referee for intramural sports. But
he doesn't remember you, or is he?
He does, but he's now bragging.
Oh, he done slipped up.
It's grating me.
He got one of them Maui whatever what you been doing.
Yeah, and I turned to him. I said, "Well, what was his name? Jesse or whatnot?" I said, "What? No, Jamie." I said, "Jamie, maybe that's because he said people get mad at me all the time. I don't know why." I said, "Jamie, then maybe that's because you make bad calls on the court." And I just said it like that, and he went, oh, yeah, the volleyball game. And I stood up real quick. I said, yeah, and if I hear one more word come out of your mouth, I'm going to come across this table and shove a breadstick down your throat.
And I
just went. I did boom.
Oh, man.
I said, I'm going to crawl across this table and come at you, and you're not going to get up. And I was, but it just started breaking on me.
I don't see
anyway,
that.
I remember the girl's name was Katie, and I remember Katie took me by. Everyone got quiet.
Well,
Katie took me by the arm, and she said, Matt, what is wrong with you? And then, I just told her, he screwed us over in that volleyball game. And she was like, when? I said, 2 years ago. She went, 2 years ago? I said, and you're still pissed? I said, yes, we could have won.
Yeah.
And I was and she did not know what had gotten into me. She hadn't seen me like that. So we had carpooled. So she had to ask her roommate to get another ride back.
So you would,
and we had to leave. And I did apologize to her. I said, "I'm sorry, I ruined your evening."
Did they continue to date after?
No, that guy didn't.
You exposed a bad apple, man.
But I mean, I was still. But the thing was, I was trying.
You
were
to let still it go. Raised over that.
Well, that's because he kept bragging about him being a referee to all the girls, like he was impressing them.
Oh man,
and it was just bothering me. But I mean, yeah, that was. I still had the chip. I could not let that go, and I mean, a little bit now. There's a little bit of angst right now.
Really?
We're 20-something years past that date, but...
If he walked in today right now, you'd be
like... No. But if he started making wisecracks again...
It'd be like, if he starts doing referee talk, it's like, whoa.
Slap the taste out of his mouth.
You gonna Kanye him? Yeah, I'm gonna let you finish. But first, you're an idiot. Yeah, man,
but I mean, that's how competitive I used to be, I guess.
Dude, I get that way, though. I'm the same way, man. I hate it. I never liked losing. I really could... I could deal with it, but I didn't like it, man. But I mean,
Well, another thing that you did in the summers was you did your summer vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Well, where was yours and when was it annually? Usually?
All right. So it was every July, like July 4th time frame. We would go to my uncle's house, my dad's brother in California, El Cajon. So San Diego is where we go.
Oh, wow.
2 weeks.
Okay.
That's back when you took a legit 2-week vacation.
Yeah.
Like you said, no phone. No calling back, and you can call back and call the neighbors and say, "Hey, is my house whatever?"
Check on my house. Yeah. Can you pick up the mail?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it. I mean, man, that was like old school stuff. It was so much fun, dude. Going through the mountains. Yeah, we drove it every year.
Shut up.
We flew a couple times, but we drove most. Yeah, and when I got older, we would drive straight through 20-hour drive.
You know what?
I loved it
with the right people.
Yeah,
a road trip is always fun.
Dude, it's gorgeous.
Going cross country like that,
because you go from flat, you go to Texas. Texas is almost an entire day of driving.
West Texas, there's dead birds. There's nothing there.
And it's just like you feel like giving up, But man, it's beautiful there. Yeah, so we go for 2 weeks, man, and then they would come back here every 2 or 3 years. They'd come back, usually about every third year they'd come back, and then we would still go back. It was a blast. Did that forever, and as long as I can remember, anyway.
That's awesome.
It was fun, but what about y'all? Where'd y'all go?
That's awesome.
I know you went with church. I know you said that.
No, well, our family vacation was always to the beach.
Okay, yeah.
Always to the beach. Used to be Pensacola.
Yeah.
And then that big hurricane came in 2005.
Is that Rita, I think?
Alexander. I want to say it's Alexander. Andrew, whatever.
Anyway,
whatever it was. 2005, it wiped out all the beach houses.
Mm-hmm.
And then we stopped for 2-3 years. I can't recall. I want to say... My wife and I were just newlywed. No, I don't recall. I think we were just newlywed when we came. So it would have been 2009 was when we started going back. So a 4-year gap in between going.
A lot happened in 4 years.
Well, no one was going because when they rebuilt the Pensacola place, they were way too expensive now.
Oh, yeah.
They were old flats from the 40s back then.
Yeah.
And now they're brand new and they're super expensive. So... My dad rented out beach houses in Gulf Shores, eventually bought one, and that's still what we do. And now we went from 1 week at the beach to 2.
Hey.
Because that's really, you're exactly right.
That's a real vacation, man. Like in a week, it takes a day or two to settle in. And then the pack up process starts. That's a day before you leave. And it's only like 2 or 3 days. But when you take a 2-week vacation, that's a real deal. I loved it.
And I think more people should take that because the first week, man, by Wednesday, you're finally getting into that vacation mode.
Yeah.
But then Friday, you got to pack up and go, man.
That's
you're
right.
already done.
That's
so
right.
You only really truly got 3 days
then
of relaxation.
You got to get back to Monday, and you got to get back to work. What you going to be missing?
2 weeks, it's just enough. You feel so relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
You feel so laid back. I still take back-to-back weeks today. I mean, this year, and there's no way we're teetering from that because because at first Dad made it optional, and not everyone takes advantage of the 2 weeks, but they should. And I remember a long time ago he did the beach house wasn't going to be rented out the next week for the first time in a long time. So he goes, because we usually Saturday morning. He said, if y'all want to stay till Sunday afternoon,
you can, but you got to be out here by
you got to be
2
out.
o'clock.
He said, but there's no one coming in this weekend, so you're good. So, but I think it had someone coming Monday. Well, anyway, we stayed. It was just an extra day and a half is all it really was. But I remember it was just me, my wife, my sister, and her husband. And we were the only ones that decided to stay that last. I mean, even Mom and Dad had to go back.
Oh, wow.
They stayed a little bit on Saturday, but then left that afternoon. So it was just us for that extra day. And we just said, this is so weird, but I feel so much better that we got one more day.
Yeah, it totally changes it. It totally changes.
And then that's when we started thinking, and Dad's like, yeah, I should take a few weekends, do the weekend thing. Well, then he's like, why not just take 2 weeks? And so he said, me and your mother are taking 2 weeks, and I don't expect anyone else to do it, but if you want to, you can. And we all kind of went, yeah. But we didn't know, is 2 weeks going to be like me flopping and turning going, oh my gosh, I got to get back to work? No, man. 2
You
weeks
actually can like disconnect from all that rat race stuff and just decompress.
It opened our eyes.
Yeah, dude.
We were just like, wow. It's like traveling down on a Friday night to get to the beach on Saturday, only to turn around Sunday and go back. That's what a 1 week vacation feels
That's
like.
exactly
You don't
right.
realize it until you stay 2 weeks.
Right, and especially
So 2
now you
weeks
have
San
kids now,
Diego.
and I have kids. I mean, it's different. It's different traveling with a teenager.
Do
now,
you
so.
and your kids do a family vacation?
So we would go to so my in-laws had a condo in Pensacola, and
really?
I
Okay.
recall exactly what you're talking about, the hurricane and everything, because they went from there was a row in front, they were the next section, and then we went there after the hurricane, and they were now beachfront. So that was how it was for a year and a half.
Shut
as they
up.
rebuilt. Oh, dude,
Shut up.
you would be out there
Yeah,
in the
'cause it
water.
took out
and
all those
all of it
houses.
gone.
Yeah.
All of it gone, and it was like you'd be out there at the beach, and all of a sudden a tire would wash up, or some forks would wash up.
We
or
were on that little
plates. It's
Our
like-
house was on the peninsula, and it wiped
Okay.
out the first 2 rows, the house
Yeah.
and the house across the street.
So how far from the alien house? You know the alien house?
Yes!
It's like, do you know where the second
Yes!
beach ball was?
The
They had 2
alien
beach
house.
balls. They
Yes!
got the first beach ball,
Yes!
public beach. The second beach ball was Villas. That's theirs.
Okay, you
That's
know
it. H5.
where
They just
okay,
sold it.
Where the road down by the beach.
Yeah.
Where it turns and curves.
That's right. Yeah.
Two blocks down from the curve was where our house was.
Come on.
Shut up.
That's crazy. Like Peg Leg Pete's and all that stuff.
Yes!
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, we went there for years. We went there a lot.
Peg Leg Pete's. You went
Yeah.
to the old putt putt
Oh yeah.
there.
Yeah,
I used
absolutely.
to play. That was.
I loved it. The
that-
wings, that bar, the wing place. What was that?
I don't remember that, but I know they had the Bushwhacker Festival every year. That is insane.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
insane.
Incredible fireworks shows. I mean, it's just like it's really a good time. So
Wow.
Yeah. This,
And you went in July?
yeah. So to there we
Yeah.
go in like July time frame because it worked out with the holiday. I try to
No, that's-
work
I
it all
understand
out.
that.
No, we
Yeah,
didn't get
of
to stay full. We haven't gone. I went as 2 weekers when I was a kid. As far as with Gabby, I'd say the longest is probably about a week and a half. But I mean, that's a good. Anything over than more than a week, you can start to me. It's just like, man,
You get to decompress.
You do, man.
And
it's
you just
it's
feel so
important.
relaxed. And I
it's
don't
important.
do. And here's the thing, I literally can do nothing. I can sit out there
Me, same.
in the shade,
Yeah,
and listen to the ocean,
dude, that's my thing, man.
and the breeze, and just chill.
My whole backyard, palm trees everywhere. My backyard, I love. When I walk in my backyard, I feel like I'm at the condo.
I know.
and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah,
I can relax. I mean,
Just
I hear
relax.
the birds going nuts. I
cold
hear
drink,
I'm
and
happy.
done.
Man, I'm good. I'm
done.
good.
If I'm at now, my wife likes to be at the beach, and the thing is, I need the tent now. I'm too old to be sitting
like
in
the
the
little
sun.
half tent.
I need the little tent, I need an umbrella,
Yeah.
and I will stay at the beach. I love the cool wind.
Man,
I
me
love it
too.
in the evening.
I love that, man. It's
In
so
the evening
nice.
when the sun's gone down,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
It's perfect, man.
But in the daytime, my wife likes to sit out and then get in the shade and then sit
Yeah.
out tan a little bit. But for
and
me,
the difference, man, in Pensacola beaches. So my family out in San Diego, I think it's
Yeah.
Mission Beach. I think it's the name of the beach there.
I've been there.
Okay, see, all right,
I've been
that's
in San
the name of it,
Diego.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. It's like all it's like crushed gravel. It's not white
Yeah,
sand.
it's
not
grit.
easy on
It's
the feet.
gritty,
It's
yeah.
like rough. But I mean, still, it don't. Man, the water is like considerably colder than the Gulf water,
Oh,
which you get in
yeah.
Pensacola. Considerably
I didn't know
colder.
that
You'll
either,
be
'cause
blue-lipped cold in no
'cause
time.
I didn't get all the way in at San Diego, but we took our shoes and socks off and
Yeah.
kind of went in there. I was like, "This is
Dude.
and it was July."
Yeah.
I said, "This
Freezing
is
cold.
freezing."
Yeah, man.
I said, "I can't do this,"
Yeah.
and they were
Oh, it's
laughing at
crazy.
me
Yeah.
because it's not like that.
No, not the Gulf,
so,
man.
Yeah.
It's not. Man, I've been out there and it's been as warm as my pool has been. I mean, it feels like golly, man. It's almost
Well, that's
almost too
pool,
hot.
but-
No, well, not a lot. I mean, over dispersed. It's not too bad. Wes probably does.
Remember when you were always scared about peeing in your pool because everyone said they had that
Oh,
little chemical
terrified.
that turned your pee
Yeah,
red?
bro, yeah.
And then you'd be so. Not that you wouldn't pee in a pool, but you didn't want to pee and have it go red and be like, oh no, I can't
Man,
say
I
it
never
wasn't
would
me.
pee solo. If I was going to
that
pee,
really
I'd
true,
be. I don't
though?
know, man, but I never peed in the
But you
pool
know
because
what?
of that.
So
I have no idea.
They
Yeah.
probably started that lie to make sure little
everybody
boys didn't
stuck
pee in
with
the
it.
pool.
Yeah, man.
And I did not.
I didn't play it.
No, you don't play that.
I
yeah.
know that people would pee in there for sure because I mean, like you could go through get that warm hit every now and then. It's like, oh, you dog, man, you jerk. So, but I never tried it. I knew I'd be the one it would react to, and I'd have red everywhere, and everybody look at me and point and laugh, be like the movie Carrie. It's just for fat kids.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
Carrie
kidding.
for fat kids. All right, so folks, in the comments, let us know what were your memories of the summer. What were your vacations like? Your summer camps like? Let us know, and we'll talk to you next time on Princes of the Universe.